Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Micah Let's Play, and guess who I am? I'm Micah, because it's the only person I can be. Do you want to know a scary truth? My parents almost named me Morgan. Morgan. Like the actor. And again, if your name is Morgan, I love you because your name is Morgan. But it just doesn't work for Micah. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Anywho's, today on the show, guys, we're actually going to be talking about the tech demo with the PS5. But before I jump into all that juicy news, here's an intro. I made it just for you. Wink.
Now loading Micah's Let's Play.
I know, you love me for it. Anywho, guys, so now we're going to talk about Epic Games, their amazing Unreal Engine 5, and this amazing tech demo because it is so good. So let me give you a little bit of history on the company Epic Games. They were started back in 1991, which is like literally 2 decades ago. Like, that's crazy, or even more. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. But anywho, they were started back then. They're still around. And I think when they originally started, they were called Epic Mega Games. But then later on in like 1992, they changed their name to Epic Games. And in 1999, they changed their name to Epic Games. And they've been that ever since. You know what I didn't know? Epic Games is actually responsible for Fortnite and the Gears of War series. Imagine what you learn when you use the power of Google. But word of warning, kids, Google is a search engine, not a research engine. You must do the research. And my God, did I do some research. Anywho, back to the tech demo. Now, I would have done a reaction trail, like a reaction to it, to the demo that we all got to see a few days ago. But I ended up watching my friend's reaction to it, Jody. His name is Jody. You can go to his channel. It's called Jody's Corner. He has great content. And Jody, if you're watching, 2 thumbs up because you're awesome. So I ended up watching his trailer reaction. his reaction to the tech demo. I thought it was really good. I was impressed by it. So I ended up watching my friend Jody's reaction to it, and I was impressed with the graphics. I really liked it. Go check out his channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the descriptions down below. Also, guys, when we initially start like watching the demo, we're introduced to James and Brian, and it's really funny because Jody points out that James and Brian, wow. We're introduced to Brian and John keeps looking off the camera, which Jody pointed out, which I found absolutely hilarious. But I'm no better than John because I have show notes down here, so whatever. The other thing, guys, that when they started showing you the game, first and foremost, I got not Resident Evil, I got Tomb Raider vibes when I saw the young woman walking around. I want to know more about this game. Hopefully you'll get to see more about it later because the PS5 drops this holiday season. So I'm really looking forward to it. In it, they talked about their Luminous system, or as they called it, dynamic, what was it called? It was called Dynamic Lighting System, called Lumination. No, Dynamic Illumination System or something like that, called Luminous. And they wanted to push the envelope with state-of-the-art graphics. So, one, they did because the backgrounds looked amazing. But then another thing they wanted to do when you were seeing them move around the light with the, as they called the bounce lighting, which looked amazing, they used something called the nanite system. And the nanites basically help the artists do what they do better, which is be artists. So with the nanite system, it helps the artists with pixel count, it helps them with memory, with draw calls. That way they can kind of focus more on the something called virtual geography, virtual geometry. And when you see it, it looks so good. And it allows them to also have film-like quality to it versus like a game look. It actually has like a cinematic, more like a movie look. So again, 2 thumbs up for them. And then as the young woman starts walking through the cavern, and you're hearing all the background noise. They say they upgraded the sound system that they did. I was so impressed with the sound system. I thought it was so good. And I had my headphones on, so I really got to hear like the echoing sound, the sound of the rocks crumbling. It was really impressive. Then you got to see the young lady walk through the little thing, and again, I got Tomb Raider vibes again as she was like shimmying through the little fissure in the earth. And then you got to see these bats fly over her head, and the bats are controlled by something called their Niagara system. Their Niagara system really impressed me because they said not only do the animals, well in this case the bats, understand their environment, but they're also able to communicate with one another. And it got me thinking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, when they were showing like some clips of the game, they were showing this one clip where you were seeing Eivor with his sword, and you see these two enemies, one was like vaulting off the other. And since this new system, they say the Niagara system, they communicate with each other. So I'm curious, do the enemies with this new AI and tech, are they able to really work together and attack you? So again, so impressed with this. It was amazing. Then when the young woman was walking through the water, you seeing the water splashing. Like, I thought that was so cool. Then you saw the young lady climbing on stuff, and they use this thing called virtual texturing on the walls. You see the rocks falling. They did it on her little scarf as she was climbing up. They upgraded their animation system. It looked like basically like a real woman climbing up on the rock. So again, kudos to Epic Games and their Unreal Engine, which was amazing. Then you see the young lady walk into the opening with her seamless animation. I love how when she did her little orb light, how the little, as they say, the Niagara bugs were spreading away from her. Like, it was like everything, when you look at it, everything was reacting to something. So the bugs were reacting to the light. You know, the luminous system, everything was reflecting off that. I just thought it was so impressive. It looks so amazing. And when you see the statues, and they said there are like over 500 statues, and the game is basically made of all these different triangles. So now you can't trust atoms because atoms make up everything, and you can't trust video games because they're made up of triangles. Who can you trust in this world? You know you can. But anywho, going back to the end of this tech demo, one of the things that impressed me so much when they said, like, you know, these graphics aren't just limited to like room to room or a specific area. It goes all the way to the horizon, and excuse me, and you understand the power that's in this one new system, and it's so impressive. And I love how the young lady does the leap of faith, and she says, "Don't fail me now," and she jumps off. Oh my god, I got chills. And when she was literally falling in style like Buzz Lightyear, and she was running and jumping off stuff, I was just so here for it because I was literally blown away at the level of detail and scale this new game is. And it got me thinking about future games that are going to be coming out on the PS5. So if you think about it, look at what they did with Resident Evil and Resident Evil 3 and 2. Completely amazing. And just think, in the future we're going to get another Resident Evil 4 that's going to come out on this new system. Then think about Final Fantasy VII and how amazing Final Fantasy VII look and is. And just imagine when we get part 2 of Final Fantasy VII, it's going to be on this new engine. And imagine what Barrett, Tifa, and Cloud are going to look like on this new system. I am like blown away at this. Then you think about games like Dead or Alive, Mortal Kombat, and all these other fighting games, and imagine what they're going to look like on these new platforms with these amazing graphics that we're getting now are going to be even more amazing in the future. So I am here for it. And as the little awesome little young lady said when she walked through the portal, let's see what's next. And I want to see what's next for the PS5. Now, I would have done a reaction or had a conversation about the Xbox, but in my honest opinion, it wasn't that great. I wasn't impressed with anything. And again, I'm not a PlayStation only person. I'm not an Xbox only person. I love games and I love gaming consoles. So I'm here for both of them. But what I really want to know is, what do you guys think? What did you guys think about it? Did you like everything you saw? Were you here for it? Did you want none of it? Or are you just like, I haven't been impressed yet, and I want to see something that will impress me. But I'm going to be honest with you, they already got my money. So this holiday season, I will be spending my money on the PS5 and getting Valhalla and everything else they throw at me that tickles my fancy. But here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to at least give me a like on this video, consider subscribing to my channel, leaving me a comment in the comment sections down below, also hitting the notification bell so you're always notified when I'm uploading a video. Then do me another favor, guys. Wash your hands, be kind to each other, live, think, and dream big. I will see you on the flip side, and bye. Wink.